Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 512. The lesson today is the difference between inner, inside, and indoors. Okay, this is a request video. There is a little bit of crossover, but there are also some very clear differences the way we use one instead of the other. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. All right, let's get right to it. We'll probably give a little bit more emphasis to inner because I think out of all of these, inner needs the most explanation. So let's start. We say inner, or when we say inner, we mean something that is further inside, something that is deeper inside, away from the edge or away from the coast, like an area, and closer, moving toward the center. So it is inner, deeper inside. We also use inner to mean happening or occurring inside. Okay. We use inner relating to the mind, soul, spirit, such as inner thoughts. Yet we never say inside thoughts or indoors thoughts. Inner feelings, again, the same thing. We don't say inside feelings, nothing like that, etc. Inner is also used to emphasize private, intimate, or privileged groups, such as an inner circle. Okay. Yeah, we don't say an inside circle or an indoor circle either. Okay. Inside is the most general use and simply means being in something, such as a container, like, a box or glass, something like that. Or it could be for an area, etc. So there could be a little crossover with the area part. All right, indoors is probably the simplest one to understand. Indoors means within a building, house, etc. So indoors actually has to be inside a building. It has to be something with a door that you can open the door and go inside. So in that sense, you are indoors. So you're only indoors in that sense. All right, let's continue. All right, here's the first one. They went to an inner room or possibly an inner office for a private meeting. All right, so what does this mean? This is probably a room that's further in, further away. Maybe they want more privacy. They want to be away from other people. They want to be away from other ears or something like that. They don't want anyone to hear them. So it's a place that's probably further in. So that's why they're saying in. Now, could they say they went in the room or in the office? Of course they could. But here you're emphasizing that this is further away. It's deeper. It's another room beyond some other rooms. Maybe a more hidden room or a more private room. All right, number 2 here. She lives in the inner suburbs, closer to the center of the city. So she doesn't live on the border or the edge. She lives much deeper into it. So we say the inner suburbs. All right, number 3 here. There is a problem in her inner right ear that makes her hard of hearing. So this is probably inside the eardrum. So it's deeper inside there. So, this could be something that's happening or occurring, like especially in the body. We might use inner in this sense. Okay. Number 4, you have to find your inner strength to fight on. Well, remember, anything to do with spirit or soul or mind, this is not a physical thing. You have to find strength within you. So your inner strength. We don't say inside strength or indoor strength. All right, let's continue. Unless you confess, you will never know inner peace. Okay, again, also to do with feelings. Peaceful, being peaceful, that's a feeling. So to find inner peace in your mind, basically. If you study that poem, you will discover an inner meaning, like a deeper meaning, one that's further in, a deeper meaning, that you have to search more to get, not something that's just on the surface. All right, I'm going to jump to the last one because I skipped the one with inner here. This is also inner. They only trust people from their inner circle. So this is one where they're talking about the group or the privileged group or an intimate or a private group. So we say an inner circle. All right, let's move on. Number 7 here. What's inside the box? All right, now this is the basic meaning of inside. It's inside a container. You don't say what is inner the box. Box would probably be pretty small. There's usually not a lot of space there to go in anyway. So we just mean something is inside something, especially a small container or something. We'll just use inside. You need to stand inside the circle. So this is a circle, maybe drawn around. Yeah, we don't An inner circle might sound like there's a lot of circles. Maybe there's like circle inside a circle inside a circle. Then there could be an inner circle. But if it's just one circle, we'll just say inside the circle. Okay. All right, let's continue. After crossing the border, she is now inside the country. All right, now here you don't really use inner because you're not deep inside. You just cross the border. You're actually in that area, but you're not deep in that area. So you would say she's inside here, not use inner or indoors. Okay, let's continue here. Number 10, let's go indoors. It's too cold out. So we especially might use indoors when we want to emphasize that we want to leave the outside. Now, is it possible here to say, let's go inside, it's cold out? Yeah, you could. That would be okay. But with indoors, you're really emphasizing that you want to go in a building. We are going to have the party indoors because it is supposed to rain. Yeah, again, this is another situation. We could have some crossover. You could say we're going to have the party inside. But again, indoors emphasizes that it must be in a building. The weather's going to be too bad outside, and you don't want to have the party outside. Okay, anyway, I hope you got a better feel now of when you're more likely to use one of these instead of the other ones. Okay, I hope it was useful. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.